Last night, the BBC revealed the Foreign Office knew the extent of Narendra Modi's involvement in the Gujarat massacre.
So what Labour MP Imran is trying to address in Parliament is a two-part documentary done by the BBC on Narendra Modi. Now the first episode actually focused on the Gujarat riots. Now let's take a look into it and look at the narrative that the BBC was trying to push. Now the documentary begins with the Godhara train burning, which occurred on the 27th of February 2002, where Hindu women and children as well as men were trapped into a train and burnt alive. Was anyone convicted of this incident? Yes, 31 radical Islamists were convicted of this incident, and the BBC failed to mention this. After the train burning, this led up to what is known as the Gujarat riot. Now over 1,000 people died, now 70% being Muslim and 30% being Hindus. Now the BBC failed to mention these stats as well. Post the Gujarat riots, the opposition as well as many anti-Modi forces were trying to frame this onto Narendra Modi, the Chief Minister of Gujarat at that time. One of the testimonies used by the BBC was of Sanjeev Bhatt. Now he claimed that there was a secret meeting post the Godhara train burning at the Narendra Modi's residence to allow the Gujarat riots to happen. He was actually convicted of false lies and he was not at no meeting. Also, not to forget that he was convicted of forgery of a fax document to basically claim that this meeting did happen at Narendra Modi's residence. Another testimony that was used by the BBC was of Tista Sitalvad. Now last year she was convicted by the Supreme Court of India by influencing and coaching witnesses. She was also convicted of forgery as well as making up witnesses. Now, another testimony that was used was of Haran Pandya. Now Haran Pandya claimed that this meeting did happen and he was actually convicted of lies. Now a year later he was actually murdered in his car. The BBC had just left it at that, and they failed to mention all the names of the people who were convicted of Haran Pandya's murder. It's clear to say that the BBC still believe that they are the white masters of the Indians by ignoring the investigations as well as the Supreme Court's verdicts.